I've done CPR a total of 7 times on Cydney.
7 times.
The first event, she had actually only been home for, I think, 2 weeks from the hospital for the first time. So it was a very big surprise for us to have to do CPR, for me to have to do CPR on a little tiny baby. She was, I think, 4 months old at that time.
Wow.
She was not breathing and she was not moving. Mm-hmm. And then I actually took her out of the swing, walked her up to the front so that we could call 911 and be as close to the door as possible before laying her down to start CPR. Whether it was my breath was going into her or me doing CPR on her was bringing her back, I could just see it. The second time I did CPR, I knew the steps. So I was telling myself in my head, and sometimes out loud, the steps to what to do next and how many compressions to do and how many breaths to give. So what was really important to me was getting that airway open. And so tilting that head back and getting her airway open was very important because nothing else would work unless the airway was open, ready to breathe.
How did you become aware that Cydney needed your help?
She actually, again, started struggling to breathe. And I think that she recognized in her eyes that she was struggling and that she was having trouble. It was pretty quick this time that she was holding on to me. Yeah. Basically trying to tell me something is wrong. Something's not right. Wow. And so she actually laid her down trying to see, we had medical equipment at home because she had a trach. So I was trying to get oxygen prepared, things like that. And it immediately had to go into CPR instead of kind of oxygen or breathing treatment or anything like that. I think the last time I did CPR, she was 5 years old. So I brought the AED with me, just not sure if I would need it. Turned it on after I checked for a pulse and after I checked for breathing, and she wasn't breathing at all. And so I turned it on and I put the pads on, and it told me not to touch her, not do any CPR anymore. And then it told me that shock was advised, and I could hear the ambulance coming down the street, but I still shocked her. And as she was being shocked, they were pulling into our driveway. And so they immediately told them that I used the AED on her and that it shocked her, and they picked her up and took her and said, she's going to be okay. Panicking and doing nothing is not going to save anybody.
Cydney, God's put a big calling on your life for you to be where you are today. Big calling on your life.
It's just amazing.